men and women in America still got along then. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was a lot easier. And people who've been out the dating game, they've been married for like decades and stuff. They're giving commentary like, "What do these guys just don't get it? Why do these guys just don't get it?" And they truly don't understand how this generation of young men are so lost when it comes to understanding women.
Right.
They are just clearly, sadly lost in every sense of the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where do you think that stems from? Me personally, I believe that I grew up in a fatherless home, and it's very hard for yourself to learn how to be a man when there's no man in the house,
Right.
masculine man. Like even having a man alone is a good thing, but having a masculine man in the house, that right there is really something that a lot of men can benefit from that they don't. That's why I think a lot of these dudes are just so soft and such
Right.
like, weaklings for lack of a better word.
Right. And I also think too, because a lot of times I hear guys say like, "Oh, social media changed the game," and I'll say this: part of what made it change the game, I would say, for a lot of men though, because like, look, it's like this: if you're good at getting girls, if you can do this, social media actually makes it easier because you have more access to get women. You understand? You got online dating, you got Instagram, you got all these ways to literally pick up your phone and talk to and connect with women, right? But the problem is a lot of guys who are young growing up in this generation, they don't have any social skills. Like their social skills suck. And their social skills suck because of social media, because it's like they're just typing, texting, they don't have that like know how to interact in person type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So even if they do get a girl off a dating app, whatever it is, sometimes they mess up in the situation of interacting with a girl in person because they don't have social skills. And so therefore that makes it harder for them to actually get girls attracted to them or connect. So it's like that type of thing with a lot of young guys nowadays causes it to where they don't really have that type of energy. Now, on the flip side, women, even though they use social media, they still have a little bit more social skills than men, because the guys who do know how to talk to women and the guys who are still trying to get at girls and just in general, girls are on the receiving end. So they get practice talking to men and they get practice interacting with men in real life. You see what I'm saying? So now they get the social skills, but the guys aren't really. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I would say that that that's a big thing because women are forced to play the game. That's the only reason why they're better than us.
Right.
They are literally forced to play the game because as soon as a woman starts to, go through sexual maturation, when she starts developing breasts and she starts looking, like a woman more, right? Guys in high school will start talking to her, right?
Right.
The guys in university, if she's in university and she's got big breasts and she didn't used to have it before and she's more attractive, men will start talking to these women more, even if women don't want this to happen. Women get their day interrupted by men all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're forced to play the game. And the thing is, like, oh man, it's so funny, right? With the girls and guys, like I hear guys saying, like, well, if I was 6 foot tall and really good looking, women would just come to me. Women would just approach me. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's so wrong. You know what I mean? It's just so not even close to being true whatsoever.
Right.
And I mean, I recently got approached by a woman, right? When I was in Miami, but it was the day I was doing my speech when I was wearing my blue suit, right? And I was looking for an ATM I was looking for this like vape shop to like get some vape, smoke some weed.
Right.
Full transparency. And I was walking down the street in a full suit in the middle of, summer in Miami. You know what I mean?
Right.
And some British chick saw me and she's like, "What? Where are you going?" She's like, "What are you doing?" Right? And she was like, she was cute. She wasn't like, good looking. She was cute enough.
Right.
And she was like a developer chick. And she was like, "I'm in town for a developer convention." that is like, other than that, the last time I remember blatantly remember a woman approaching me was in
Mhm.
2015
Right.
at a gathering in Osaka, Japan. So
Mhm.
it doesn't happen
Yeah, it
very
doesn't happen like
often.
often. Yeah, exactly.
When was the last time it happened to you that a woman approached
Just
you and
came up and approached, man, I
you
remember
knew she was
Jesus
spitting, you're
Christ.
like,
The fact that I even gotta think about it, that's that's pretty, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I remember, damn, I think like maybe had to be like 3 years ago or something like that. And then before that was like in college, you know what I'm saying? Like that went, so
wow.
it's like 3 years ago, and then, you know, 8 years, 9 years before that, or whatever the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? But that's just something that doesn't actually happen often because women don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? And women are going to go with the path of least resistance in most cases. And what most women will do is most women will just check you out or give you like a smile or something from across the, you know, the room, whatever. But most women don't have the balls to go and approach. So it's like kind of like guys, they have this fantasy that, man, if I was taller, if I was good looking, then women would be. And that's the funny part is most women, like, they wouldn't even approach because for most women that's extremely bold, and then if a guy rejects them, that's a whole nother, like, that's even worse for women because women aren't used to that type of stuff, so they're even scared more than the most guys are to approach, you know what I mean? So the most women will do is just like check you out, give you that, you know, quote unquote choosing signal, and that'll be pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you to go and approach and talk and make it happen. But yeah, a lot of guys have this fantasy that if they looked a certain way or they were this certain way, that things will just flow easy to them. Now, there are guys out there who, you know, um, it's like, you know, probably 0.0001% of the population where they might get that happening more often than the average guy. But even those guys still aren't getting it, like, you know, all the time like that. It's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? For most guys.
That's what we're dealing with, because you have this whole black pill movement that
Mm,
is just saying, for the only thing that matters is looks and
mm,
status. You
right.
know what I mean? Looks and status. That's the
Mm,
only thing that matters. And
mm,
these guys going out there like, I'm just gonna work on my status. I'm gonna get rich, and I'm gonna get some girls, right?
right.
But all they're really doing is setting themselves up to be a juicy target. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right. No, that's facts. And a lot of that comes from guys who don't have experience. Guys who don't have experience always have delusions of grandeur of what it would be like to be with women. You know what I'm saying? Or what it would be like to interact with women. So they have these like fantasies and thoughts like, man, you know, if I was looked this way, then this would happen. And it's like, because they don't understand how women work or women operate or how just dynamics work in relationships or dating and hooking up or whatever it is like that, they have no idea. So in their minds, they think those things and then they look for those things in real life or on the internet to confirm what they already thought. So they're like, oh my, see, this good looking guy is with a woman. It's like, yeah, so that's gonna happen. You're gonna have a good looking guy with a woman. Like, and this is the thing, we're not saying women aren't gonna like guys who look good. That's just obvious. If you're a good looking dude, a woman might be attracted to you or sexually attracted to you, and then things could happen. But the problem is that guys think that there is only this type of good looking dude. You have to be 6 foot, white guy with a jawline or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not that, it's over for you. And it's just, they have these like weird ass fantasies about it. It's crazy.